Hey, good morning, sports fans, live from Las Vegas. You are watching Bettor Center Live. This is Louis Diamond, joined here today with three of the greatest handicappers the internet has to offer, and the internet is an awfully big place. Will be Ross Benjamin. Good morning, Ross. How are you today?
Good morning, Louis. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Chip Chirimbus, welcome back.
Morning, Lou. Big week in store.
Fantastic. And Tony G, the master conductor behind the scenes. Eugene, if you get a chance, let's bust out a little behind the scenes action from Mr. Gullidge and show everybody what really happens in the pregame. So, how you doing today, Tony?
Doing great. Glad to be here. Let's get some winners going.
Are you in the zone? You got that? The
I'm feeling
conductor
good.
stage going. You ready to lay this
Yeah.
out here today? We only got a couple games here today, but I'm pretty sure we can lay this out a little bit. So hopefully you guys got some good, solid information for us on tonight's games. And let's just get started right with it, because I know Mr. Ross Benjamin has some great information for us on the angle of the day. Now, the angle of the day doesn't always mean it's a bet. It did for me on Tuesday night, and it bit me in the ass a little bit because I rolled with Buffalo, and I actually rolled with them on a teaser, and I didn't buy it down to the 25 because I didn't think the half point was going to matter. But I'm not here to sing my blues to you, but we do get some great information, and usually these angles are something that at least you want to have in your arsenal. So with that being said, Ross, you picked out a pretty interesting angle for tonight's game. We got the Cardinals. They're at the Seahawks. The game opened up 5.5, but the Cardinals getting plenty of love right now after the big win, down as low as 2.5 in some spots, but mostly 3. Total went from 56.5 up to 58, back down to 57. So a little bit of activity. Cardinals miracle win last week. Seahawks back-to-back losses. So put out a lot of things to think about in this game. But Ross, why don't you lay out this angle for us tonight and give us your thoughts on what you think it might mean here?
Yeah, let me make it clear. Like Louis said, these are not intended to be picks. We're going to share some information with you in terms of NFL betting angles, and this is one of them. If you could put that up there for me, I appreciate it. We should have a graphic on this betting angle that applies to the total in tonight's game. Anytime you have an NFL road team with a total of 50.5 to 58, this game right now is at 57. They're coming off a home win in which they scored 23 points or more. They're coming off a 32-30 win against Buffalo at home. And they're facing a divisional opponent like Seattle that allowed 21 points or more in the previous game. Seattle coming off that 23-16 loss to the Rams. It resulted in those games going 33-3 under the total since 1984. That's 91.7%, and it's an algorithm that leans toward the under in this contest, which is at a very high 57 right now.
Okay. All right. So what do you think? I mean, I have some opinions, and I'll be happy to throw my opinions here, but I'd really like to hear your thoughts on what that trend really means to you, particularly, Ross, and I'll ask the other gentleman following right up afterwards.
Well, division game, first of all, these teams know each other very well. The first meeting was 37-34, so you can imagine was all right with the defensive efforts on both sides. So there's going to be, I would think that there would be some adjustments made there. And, so again, a really high number in a standalone game, division matchup, short rest. I would think that would favor the defense. We'll see. I mean, these are two dynamic offenses, and there's a reason why that total is so high. I'm not going to use this game. My job is to provide you with information on a daily basis at the website and in these videos. I am going to have a side on this game. It'll be up at bettorcenter.com. Right now, since the first Monday night of the year, Louis, 32-21 with my NFL pay picks at 60%.
32-21 pays a lot of bills. Most gamblers are when they first get into gambling, they're like, what's your percentage? You got to hit 70-80% for me to be interested in listening to you. Yeah, that's some funny shit, guys. Did you?
Yep.
I mean, do the math. Put 5,000 paper and make it 55% winners, and do the math, guys. You pull out 55%, you're doing fantastic. So that's really what this is about. And so, yes, you get a nice little angle like this, and it sure does look juicy here. So how juicy does that look for you tonight, Chip? What are you thinking on tonight's matchup? Any thoughts? Anything to sell? Anything to give away here today?
Well, we have two matchups tonight. If you're talking about the NFL with Seattle and Arizona, I have a definitive opinion. If you're talking about Tulsa and Tulane, I have a slight lean. But I think the college football game is a little inflated in that line, and the Green Wave have covered the last 5 times out, and I think they might be a side tonight.
All right. Anything on the NFL tonight?
If you're referring to me, I think we have to. I lean towards Seattle after the fact that Arizona beat them in a game earlier this year. I think it was like 4 weeks ago. They trailed by 10 points in the final quarter, scored the last 3 times, the last of which was a field goal, then overtime for the win to beat Seattle. And Seattle, after that perfect 5-0 start where we were all ranting and raving that Russell Wilson couldn't be beat, he was a hands-on for the MVP, they've lost 3 out of 4. So I think Seattle is in a big spot at home. They need to recover. Now tied, 3-way tie in first place in the NFC West with the Rams and, of course, Arizona, all at 6-3. Big game tonight.
It certainly is a big game tonight. And I kind of inverted the steam. The steam was actually all over. Well, the Cardinals was getting the love, but Seattle adds the home favorite after, like you said, 3 out of 4 losses, but 2 in a row. What do you think they're going to do here tonight, Tony?
Yeah, really like a side here tonight. Got it put up on the website at bettorcenter.com. Just want to mention it's a bookie buster play. 4-0 on the bookie buster plays I've put up on the Bettor Center site so far. So have yet to miss one. Hoping to keep that going tonight with this play. Yeah, it's a great matchup. NFC West, you've got a 3-way tie now. Seattle, back-to-back road losses, coming back home, trying to get terrible losses. Last week destroyed. I was on the Rams big last week. The defense of the Rams took care of business. You had Arizona literally on the verge of dropping back-to-back home games where their defense let them down in the fourth quarter both times. And this, the Hail Mary to Hopkins saved the bacon for them and got one of the 2 games into the win column. Huge matchup tonight. Seattle with the revenge factor. Arizona with the momentum of scoring a lot, but their defense at times, especially late in games, is a little shaky. So great matchup. If you want to know who I'm picking, who my money's going to be on, go check out the play at the website. And that's about it, Lou.
All right, Tony. Sales course is working for you. That's it. Yes. Please visit the website and show a little bit of love. We're keeping the prices very low. As you can see, we are definitely doing our homework and doing what we can to provide you the winners here each day. So we can't give it all away. And Tony, undefeated on the webpage, guys, hasn't lost yet. So I don't think it's going to happen here tonight. And give them a little love out there. Stop by bettorcenter.com, Bettor center.com. So, there's our sports centers, but there's Bettor Center. So, and we're going to get you the winners here, guys. Thank you again for providing those winners, gentlemen. So, my thoughts on the game here tonight, since we kind of got everybody else's thoughts. I'm a big Kyler Murray fan. I want to ride him all the way through the season. Not tonight. I don't think so. Too big a win. Too quick a turnaround after the big win. I don't think they're settled in for this game here tonight. I think Seattle will probably be the better play here. Look for it to go down to 2.5. You can get that. I would roll with that, or maybe a little money line. I think it's going to be a good game. As far as that total and the trend, you can give me the greatest angle in the world. I'm still not playing these two teams under. It's just not happening. So I really can't have a large play on the game here tonight. But of course, I can sniff out a little bit of a teaser, and that will be with the Seahawks and the over. So that is kind of my opinion on the game. Should be a great game to watch. I don't know how great it is to bet, but if you want to get a little more serious, you can get more serious with Ross has a nice play here tonight, as well as Tony. So get yourself out to bettercenter.com and make yourself a little bit of money. So do we have a man on the street here today? If we do, we'll go to him. If not, it's time to get to that other college football game. So it looks like man on the street is not around. Who knows what Tony Cusimano's up to today? Looks like trouble. All right, so let's get to that college game. Tulane is at Tulsa. We got a little insight from Chip a little earlier. Tony, I'll go right back to you. What do you have here? Tulane at Tulsa. Line is opens up 4.5. Tulsa's up to 5.5 and 6, and total 55.5 down to 54.5. Couple big fourth quarter comebacks for this Green Wave team. What are you thinking?
Yeah, Tulsa is the enigma to me. They play strong defense. They've got a couple guys on their team. One particular, I'm pretty sure is going to go pro. He's like a monster. When he gets in the backfield, he just messes everything up. So, but Tulsa is a huge second half team. I made a note of this just to pass on to the viewers. Second halves in their 4 wins. They're 4-1. They lost their opener 16-7, which now doesn't look that bad, to Oklahoma State. But in the second halves of games, they beat Central Florida 22-3 and a 34-26 come from behind win. 21-7 second half at South Florida in a beating, 42-17. And then the two most recent, they came from well behind 31-13 second half to beat East Carolina 34-30. And then their last game out, 21-0 second half to beat SMU 28-24. 95-23 combined second half. This team gets stronger, and somehow their offense gets better. This quarterback seems to be able to find the deep balls in the second half. Tulane, 3 straight wins, but I noted the opponents. It went off for a second on me here. But yeah, their last 3, Temple, East Carolina, Army. Not exactly the greatest teams in this conference, and I think them getting solid wins over that team has kind of held this line in check. I'm not overly confident with Tulsa laying a lot of points, but I think the way they play in the second half when it matters most, I think they can get on top here and keep Tulane down. I don't think Tulane will be able to explode late. That's my gut feeling. I'm playing Tulsa in this game tonight, Lou.
All right, Tulsa, nice solid play there from Tony. Feeling pretty confident about it. Agree or disagree, Ross? What are you thinking?
I don't disagree or agree. I don't like the side. I'm looking at the total here right now as we speak. The total is 54.5 or 55, depending on where you look. And these are two predominantly running teams. They're run-heavy offenses. And I think that's going to lend itself to a lowest scoring game relative to this somewhat high total. And also, Tony brought up Tulsa, very good defensively. I think we're looking at a 23-20, 27-21 type of game. I'm going to have a lean here toward the under here, Louis, and I'm going to go Tulane Tulsa under 55.
All right, little under action. And now we go to Chip. Are you going to be got a rubber match going? What do you got? You got a winner for us?
No, I like Tulsa. I mean, I like Tulane in this side. Tulsa was a big winner last week against SMU, and I could see them having a little letdown here. I like the Green Wave. They've done pretty well for me so far, except for that opening game against who was it? Houston or someone where they had a 24-0 lead in blue at the beginning of the year.
The Navy game, Chip. That was
there.
Navy.
You go, the Navy game. Right, the Navy game.
Yeah, that was
I knew it was somebody. Somebody's got to win.
Somebody does have to win, and it's kind of a tough game. But you know, the way that the Hurricane have been coming back, I'm going to look for them at halftime for a nice second half play. But I would think maybe you get a little bit of an edge in the first half or first quarter with that with the home team here. As wait, I'm sorry, I'm getting them mixed up. The big comebacks was was Tulsa. So the team that's coming back in the fourth quarter, I'm going to bet against in the first half, and then I'm going to look to bet them in the second half. That's pretty much my opinion on the game. So it's a tough day, guys. Not a lot there for you. The over looked obvious for me. We're fighting a tough angle that looks to see the under is probable, and you have to kind of buck against that. So it's a tough schedule here for us today. And if you're really looking to hit something, though, get out to bettercenter.com because Ross, once again, has a play on the side here tonight. Correct, Ross?
Yes, that's correct.
Ross got a nice play for you on the side tonight. How much is the play, Ross?
Go ahead, Louis.
Now, how much is the play? Give us a little more insight on what they can get.
$35. We'll get you to play tonight. 32-21 with my last 53 NFL pay selections this year. That's 60%. You can get my pick tonight. The winning side, Arizona, Seattle. Bettercenter.com.
Beautiful. Please stop out there, show Ross a little love. He's been showing us a lot of love with a lot of winners and some great angles. I look forward to those angles every day from you, Ross. Thank you very much for bringing those forth. And Chip, let's give him a little idea of what you got to offer and on the website here this weekend.
Well, I'm certainly going to have my Big Ten game of the year, which goes off Saturday at 3:30 Eastern. This is my first game of the year release of the season, so you got to look forward to that. I've been loading the Bettor Center website the last couple of days, so we're ready to go there. But that's my big game on Saturday. It's going to be a Big Ten matchup, and I'm really looking forward to it. Tonight, of course, the NFL with I like Arizona in that game, and I've already told you that I thought Tulane was a side.
All right, Chip. Big Ten game of the year this Saturday, guys. And you will only be able to get that right here and wherever Chip sells his place. But you can definitely get it right here, guys. So be ready for that coming this weekend. Big Ten game of the year. Chip Chirimbus, Tony Gullidge. Once again, give everybody a little idea how they can take advantage of your plays here this weekend. What are you offering?
Yeah, I'm actually feeling pretty good. I'm feeling like I'm getting into my groove. I'll be the first. I'm pretty upfront and honest. When I'm not hitting my stride, I'll be the first guy to say, "Hey, take it easy." But here the past couple of weeks, my flow has been good. My analysis of what I expect to see has been good, and the results are following right along. And that's when I can be a little more confident and assertive with my betting. I feel like this is a good chance to get ahead for the weekend with a Thursday night NFL game. I really like it. It's $29 for this play, and it's available at the Bettor Center website. And I think if you get this, I've got a couple games I'm going to get up here soon. I've got to type up my analysis for everybody. But a couple big games I do like this weekend, so I hope to carry this momentum forward into another week, Luke.
All right. I look forward to you carrying that momentum in to another week. And we got a big weekend planned here, guys. So if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to the Bettor Center page on Facebook or subscribe to us on YouTube at Louis Diamond. We're getting the Bettor Center set up here soon, and we'll be filming from the Bettor Center site, but we'll let you know when that happens. And but if you subscribe now, you'll get our plays as soon as we get them out to you. We'll be back again tomorrow morning. I believe we'll have Paul Bovey in the house. You know, he's got some good, solid stuff. He's been really had that one a little bump in the road that one week, but when he's hit the games, he's been spot on. And guys, that's what we're doing. We're getting you. We're blueprinting a lot of stuff for you. We appreciate you sticking around, and please stop by the site and take advantage of the winners that we got for you this weekend. This is Louis Diamond for the three wise men of handicapping, Tony, Chip, and Ross. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back again tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Pacific time on Bettor Center Live.